This morning at around 9 a.m., there was an announcement at the University of Montana, and then about 1 minute from now, there will be kind of a similar announcement at Montana State University in Bozeman. The governor and Governor Bullock and Commissioner of Higher Education Clayton Christian and University Presidents, President Royce Engstrom and Montana State University President Waded Cruzado are in partnership with university researchers making an exciting announcement today about selection of university-based research projects for state funding that are really poised to not only make scientific and technological advancements, but help move Montana's economy forward. The 2015 legislature, one of the big success stories from the 2015 legislature was when the governor and the legislature and the university system worked together on a first-of-its-kind Montana research initiative. Precisely what that means is the governor and the legislature and the university system agreed on the concept of a one-time funding package of $15 million, $15 million in state funding that has been allocated to the university system for the purpose of seed money or matching money to support university-based research projects that will then also secure and garner additional private sector and federal funding. And the research projects that will move forward under this state initiative, the good news about them are that they are to have a specific Montana focus. And the governor and the university system and the legislature all agreed that for these state-funded projects, that they should really have a focus on solving Montana problems or creating private sector Montana jobs or supporting emerging research sectors in Montana where we have established a niche. Or an area of significance in the nation when it comes to the research. So today's announcement, there was an announcement in Missoula of 2 research projects to be funded by this state initiative, and as we speak right now, there's an announcement unfolding in Bozeman for 2 research projects there. The 2 projects at the University of Montana are in areas where there has already been substantial research productivity and accomplishment. One area deals with research into traumatic brain injury and treatment and services for survivors of traumatic brain injury. The other area, and a separate project at the University of Montana, is in water quality sampling and monitoring and research into cutting-edge developments with automated water quality measurement. So, Peter, for more specifics, the first project that I mentioned is an award of $2.2 million in state funding. So $2.2 million to come from this overall $15 million appropriation that the legislature established. $2.2 million would go to a number of researchers at the University of Montana. The principal investigator or the head researcher is Dr. Sarj Patel, and there is a research team of other faculty members. And the project would develop research into therapeutic interventions for traumatic brain injury survivors. This is important for Montana because a lot of people might not know, but approximately 13% of Montana's adult population has some level of brain injury. I think that, I don't know the reasons for that, but I think there's some correlation between you have a state where a good share of its citizens engage in outdoor activities, healthy activities, active people, and then also in Montana, we know that we traditionally have among the highest per capita rate of military veterans. People in Montana serve in the military, and we know that some of our returning veterans have endured injuries. And anyway, this $2.2 million traumatic brain injury proposal at the UM would essentially bring together researchers and private companies to create diagnostic tools and methods to help survivors of traumatic brain injuries, and then also expand clinical services for survivors of traumatic brain injuries. The other project that I mentioned in water quality, there's almost $1.3 million award from this $15 million state funding allocation. And it would go to a team of researchers. The head principal investigator or head researcher is Dr. Chris Palmer. And it is to support research into automated chemical and biological instrumentation for water quality monitoring. We know that Montana's economy thrives because of our abundant surface water and groundwater resources, whether it's agriculture, tourism, or other sectors of Montana's economy. It is increasingly important to have adequate chemical and biological monitoring of our water systems. Much of our monitoring right now is done through manual sampling and analysis, which is good, but can be inefficient and inaccurate at times. This research project is going to look into the development of automated instruments for water quality monitoring, and also new methods of continuous water quality monitoring, even at remote locations such as farms and ranches and oil and gas fields and so forth. So new sensors and research into new types of sensors that are capable of detecting aquatic invasive species, organic pollutants, things like that. So those are the two big projects, one of a $2.2 million state-funded award and one of a almost $1.3 million state-funded award for the University of Montana. There's going to be an announcement in Bozeman, right now as we speak, for a couple of projects in Bozeman. One of them deals with agriculture rangeland and agriculture farmlands and studying soil quality. Another one in Bozeman deals with optics and phototonics. So when you look at these four projects all together, they total about $7-8 million, and they're the first big projects out of the gate with that state-funded research initiative that came out of the session. And we also then have some part of that research still held on reserve for then a second wave of projects down the line that we will be considering.